Apparently the first villain that the Saiyans deal with is not Frieza. Go figure. Hey guys, Stanley here, and of course, welcome back to the latest part of this particular What If. Obviously, it has been a while since the last part, yeah, I guess it's fair to say, it's kind of overdue. But however, I have my reasons, and thusly, here we are today with the latest chapter of this What If. A What If that is basically slowly but surely turning into a space odyssey with different turns and different takes of a lot of things here and there. And surprisingly, is getting more progressively interesting as I do intend to write these things. At least I hope they're interesting anyways to you guys, because honestly, you guys are the main reason why I do these things. Well, that and I feel the need to release my creative juices somewhere, so I figured, here is fine. All is well. That being said, though, allow me to bring you up to speed on what has happened in the previous parts. Or previously, anyway. Some of the Saiyans have arrived on Namek. Go figure. Who would have thunk? Not Earth! Joking around aside, the Saiyans and some of the Namekians that definitely know how to fight go off to fight the minions and goons of Lord Slug, and they do so ever so greatly, causing Lord Slug to come out and see that, hey, this might be a challenge, and he might actually have to step his game and bring these Saiyans down. Bringing us now, a new showdown with the Saiyans and Lord Slug. Our next part begins with the Saiyans and Lord Slug basically just duking it out. And apparently, Lord Slug does prove to be a bit of a challenge, because unlike how he is introduced in the movies, he is actually in his prime. I mean, you gotta make the challenge for the Saiyans somehow. That being said, though, what the Saiyans do hold their own. I mean, they do outnumber Lord Slug, basically 7-1 in this case. Is it 7-1? Anyway, so what it eventually does become apparent that the Saiyans do have to fight a little smarter, and when it comes to that conclusion, they put 2 and 2 together and basically come up with 10, and basically just to start wiping the floor with Lord Slug, making Lord Slug a tad desperate. But then things change when Lord Slug becomes big into the super Namekian that he is. And despite the Saiyans' power, this immense growth from Lord Slug himself, but he stomps, he pounds, he basically, wails on the Saiyans. His giant fists and feet to prove these Saiyans to be quite a problem. And now the Saiyans are definitely wishing they had time to create their own Spear of Light to become great apes. But unfortunately, Lord Slug isn't gonna let him have it. Oh, no. No matter the flurry of attacks, no matter the punches and kicks, Lord Slug is there to outbeat him in every aspect possible. Even destroys his own ship accidentally, that he was gonna use to basically gas the planet. Oh well, at least he's getting his revenge. Shit. At least Lord Slug thinks. Then suddenly remembering that he may need to get himself a ship. That being said, that's not the point. This is about domination, and Lord Slug is enjoying it. And anticipate is that off to the side a bit, where these Saiyan children, Broly, Raditz, Kakarot, and Tarble, as well as the other Namekian children who have been watching this fight from a distance, and definitely are terrified of the power that Lord Slug has, and wonder, right, is this the end? All are we're basically kind of wondering, what do they do now? But Broly, who is basically now feeling a little pent up because he's not only watching Lord Slug beat up the Saiyans, he's also basically watching his dad get beaten. Because remember, Paragus is still an able fighter and can fight, so to speak. And this boils up in Broly. Basically, he is starting to stir. We're becoming now more and more willing to step in. Kakarot and Raditz, though, are trying to calm Broly down, but it becomes too much for Broly. He then snaps. He then unleashes a battle cry and flies off towards the direction of where the battle is going. Raditz, with no time to lose and no time for much thinking, came up with this plan. He basically told Kakarot and Tarble to stay with the Namekian children, and he'll go out there and make sure that Broly doesn't get himself killed. Kakarot and Tarble agreed to this, and Raditz proceeds to fly off. Raditz then suddenly realizes, oh goodness gracious, what have I got myself into? Meanwhile, on the battlefield, the Lord Slug is basically stomping on the legs of the Saiyans with his ginormous feet. Basking in his glory, thinking that he's got a one. He's big enough to topple these pesky warriors. But what Lord Slug didn't see coming was the small bullet that's about the size of a Saiyan child penetrating through his body. And it was a painful one. Whatever this kid did, he basically exploded with energy. Somehow, with all that energy built up inside of him, Broly basically ripped the Lord Slug a new one. And not just talking from the backside. Oh no, he comes out from the front side of Lord Slug, and oh boy, is it a messy sight to be seen at all. Raditz, though, who was basically caught up to this, basically, then had to say, interesting plan that basically says, "Oi, you giant bully, take this!" Lord Slug, now confused, sees the direction, and then Raditz does a very early version of his Double Sunday! And right into the eyes of Lord Slug, blinding Lord Slug for a time. Sorry, that actually kind of hurts to do child voices. When Lord Slug is blinded, he then checks to see if Broly's alright. No, Broly's fine. He's just passed out. Because what just unleashed was a ton of energy. That was so full of anger and hatred and so on and so forth. Raditz is now trying to wake up Broly. Eventually, Lord Slug is coming to. He sees the two Saiyan brats that have basically got a couple of shots on him, and is now stopping towards them. However, behind Lord Slug, he hears another voice. "Burst open and mix!" So, yeah, he then sees a light going off in a distance. And then looks behind him going, "Oh, now what?" What Lord Slug didn't anticipate, though, is said great apes. And Paragus, though, he is not a very happy great ape, seeing that his son was about to be Lord Slug's next target. And thusly, Paragus finally has his moment to shine, proceeding to beat the living daylights out of Lord Slug. Heck, even bringing him down to size, for that matter. Because at this point, Lord Slug, he tries to be small again, only to try and figure out that size did not matter at all. Big or small, these Saiyans were formidable. And this particular Saiyan that he's dealing with is angry. Yeah, for what reason? Lord Slug does not know, but we know why. Yeah. So with that being said, the other Saiyans, though, they basically grab Lord Slug's ship, launch it into the air, blow it up. But as for Paragus, though, he basically wails on Lord Slug. He does not spare any mercy, and it eventually ends with a huge energy blast blowing Lord Slug away into the spacey night sky. Yeah, and it is over. Where eventually the Saiyans return to their normal forms, and all is well. But something that happened during the battlefield, they definitely have taken note of. And that would be Broly. Bardock then thinks that, maybe this child could potentially live up to something that's great. The Paragus, though, thinks that this is a bad sign for things to come. Bardock then steps in and ensures an idea that is definitely going to be like, so they do not put a neck collar on him, just so they have to keep him down, but whatever, their loss. I mean, if they die to Broly's anger, then that's on them. However, one more Saiyan to thank for stepping in is Raditz. Raditz, who is expecting a lecture from his father, is actually shocked when he hears that his own father actually is thanking him. And he is actually very proud of him. This actually gets Raditz to notice that what he did was very, very brave of a child to do. And thusly, the day is saved by the Saiyans. Things do go back to normal for a time, as the Saiyans do go back to their training, but this time, the Namekians, like the majority of the Namekians, see that this training that these Saiyans do, they must apply it to the Namekian warriors as well. Like, what they did was incredible. And thusly, whatever the Saiyans have to teach the Namekians, they will teach them. And it goes off so on and so forth. The Namekians teach them something, the Saiyans get to teach them something. So, all is definitely well, and it seems like things are gonna go off without a hitch. That is until some time passes by and another ship decides to come down to Namek. Friends, this ship is what belongs to the one and only Turles. Him and his hardy crew are definitely down on planet Namek for one reason only: to plant the tree of might. And that abundantly becomes clear when they make their entrance. These crewmates make their introductions, and of course Turles definitely makes it properly known. So, yeah, they can't allow that to happen because Namek is such a great place. However, for Turles, what he didn't expect was is that there is a whole bunch of Saiyans here in one place, making it kind of odd. But there's no time for questions. These Saiyans and Namekians are staying in the way of planting the tree of might. And thusly, a fight goes off. But who is to deal with Turles? Why, Bardock and Gine, of course. While the rest deal with Turles' troops like it's nobody's business. And unfortunately, this fight becomes pretty apparent that that the Saiyans and the Namekians, they not only outnumber, but in a way, they overpower them. Like, like if you thought it got ridiculous, said like we're talking like all these shared trading being displayed in one scenario. And it does become apparent that as soon as all of Turles' goons are, well, wiped from the face of the earth, and apparently, the Saiyans thought it would be a good idea to destroy the ship that contained all the seeds to plant the Tree of Might. It probably would be a good idea to stand back aside and go, why are you Saiyans protecting this planet? We are feisty warriors. We don't make peace with tree huggers. Bardock then begins to tell his reasons. The reason, why? Because there is no planet Vegeta anymore. There is no, most of the Saiyan race is gone. Turles is then shocked by this revelation, and then definitely drops his attack stance. Wait, hold on. What? What do you mean the Saiyan race is almost gone? Bardock then tells the tale to Turles that despite the warnings that Bardock had in his mind, there wasn't enough time to save them. And it all started off with the Frieza's little seeds of foot deception here and there, and it became apparent that there was no way to see it coming. As Frieza would totally wipe away the planet, killing most of the Saiyans. Bardock definitely stated that if not for those visions that he had of the future, him, his squad, would not have survived. And I guess it kind of drops down the luck that they just happened to land on Vampa to pick up Brilliant Paragus, and then eventually run into Zarbon, crash land on Namek, using the Dragon Balls to bring Tarbal up here, aka Vegeta's younger brother here, and thusly the story is caught up to Turles. And this becomes apparent to Turles to take in a lot of. This normally doesn't happen. Obviously Turles knew that Frieza could be cold and whatnot, but the Saiyans to go down like that? But then Turles then offers an idea of we could always get stronger with the Tree of Might. And I might have a way to make more seeds. Then Bardock then says, no. There are only one way that we'll get stronger, and that is to train for it. If we don't train for it, then what good are we? Then Bardock proceeds to ask Turles a question. Turles, will you join the Saiyan resistance and help us fight back against Frieza? Someday we will win back what we have lost. Turles then starts to take everything in. And of course, knowing the circumstances, Turles then proceeds to go and shake a strong shake to Bardock's hand. saying that he's in. And thusly, all the saiyans that were not in Frieza's control are now brought into the fold. And thusly, everything goes off without a hitch, despite things going a lot quicker than usual. Although I do apologize if the fight with Turtles and his crew was a little anticlimactic, but still. Did everything I could to tell the tale as best I could. And that, my friends, is where we are going to leave things off. So, 2 movie villains in one part. Yeah, I know, one of them definitely isn't longer than the last, but still. But I figured this was probably the best way to approach this. But how would you guys have done it? How would you guys describe the fight with the Saiyans and Turles' people? So, with that, hey, at least I can give you guys some credibility for inspiring me to do work. But that's one more argument for later. But thusly, we end another part to this amazing what if, and shockingly, we are almost to the end of the first year of these Saiyans being on Namek. So, what do you guys think is going to happen? Leave your comments down below, and of course, subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell to stay notified. Share the content with your friends, and of course, if you like this video, hit the like button, and I hope to see you guys next time on the journey. See ya!